Pastor Russ here with hope for today. Every one of us make mistakes, don't we? We say something wrong, we do something stupid, we act in an inappropriate way. Someone gets hurt, we're embarrassed, and I don't know about you, but whenever that happens, I always promise up and down, God, I will never ever do that again. And what happens a short time later? I either do the same thing or something close to it. Well, there's a story found in the Old Testament about how God can even bless our mistakes. It's found in 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 38 through 41. It's a story about Elisha the prophet and some young men he was discipling as prophets. Let me read that story to you, beginning in verse 38. Elisha now returned to Gilgal, where there was a famine in the land. One day, as the group of prophets were seated before him, he said to his servant, "Put on a large kettle and make some stew for these men." One of the young men went out into the field to gather vegetables and came back with a pot full of wild gourds. He shredded them and put them into the kettle without realizing they were poisonous. But after the men had eaten a bite or two, they cried out, "Man of God, there's poison in the stew." So they would not eat it. Elisha said, "Bring me some flowers." Then he threw it into the kettle and said, "Now it's all right. Go ahead and eat." And then it did not harm them. Elisha covered for the mistake of the young servant who innocently went out and gathered some wild gourds that happened to be poisonous. Elisha was able to perform a miracle by throwing some flour into the pot and in effect healing the stew. Here's the lesson that I want you and I to take away as we, again, all make mistakes constantly, it seems, at least in my own life. Even our ignorant mistakes can become blessings when God redeems them for good. So the next time you make a mistake, ask God, "God, even in the midst of what I've done, would you please use this to bring some good from it?"